What's going on, guys? Derek here from Dose of VT, bringing you guys another video. So, as you guys can see here on my left, and by the title, this is the comparison between the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So, the biggest difference you guys will see if you do upgrade and you did have the 11 and going to the 12 like I did, is now the 12 is more of a rectangular shape on the sides compared to being more rounded on the iPhone 11, which will in turn give you a little bit more thickness on the iPhone 12. Now for most people, that's probably not a bad thing, but for a lot of people, that actually might be. So depending on how you like your phone, this phone is more compared to like the iPad Pro when it comes to like the design of how it is on the outside, how the frame is. That's probably the closest comparison I can have comparing these two. The next biggest thing would probably be the notch. The notch is a tad bit smaller on the iPhone 12 compared to the iPhone 11. So if that's a big thing to you, I mean, it's not dramatically smaller, it's just a little bit, not by much. Most people probably wouldn't even tell or even notice if you weren't paying attention to it. Now the next thing is obviously the processor. It's going to be faster than the previous, it always is. For me, I can tell a little bit of a speed difference, but honestly when you keep a phone for a year, obviously it gets worn down. It doesn't perform as good as it's supposed to over time, like most things don't. So that's one thing that'll be different. Now the next biggest thing is having 5G on this one, and the iPhone 11 not supporting 5G yet. Now 5G is a great thing if you are close to a 5G tower, which I mean by close, you need to basically be pretty much underneath it because 5G is not really a thing. Now if you're watching this video a couple months from now, obviously 5G might be around more, so you might take more advantage of it, and it depends where you live too. If you're more in the inner city stuff, you'll have 5G probably in a lot more areas than you will if you live closer to the country, or even in the country. You probably won't even be able to see 5G at all because it's not going to be out there that far. It's going to start in the inner city and move its way out, like most things do when it comes to like service or anything like that. So it's one thing to keep in mind. Both the iPhones do support the lightning cable again. The 12 does not come with the charging brick. If you watch my unboxing, you saw that it's literally just the phone, the paperwork, and the charging cable. It doesn't even come with the headphones anymore, because obviously Apple wants you to buy the new charger, wants you to buy the new headphones. So they make more money by saying that they're saving the environment, which is up to you to determine if they are or not. But outside of that, everything's the same. Volume, rockers are basically the same. Now they're just more rectangular than being rounded on here. You still have your sleep wake button, power button's still the same. Face ID is definitely faster on the iPhone 12. New processor, new internals, it should be faster. It's, from my experience, it's a lot better too, but I've also been told on the iPhone 11, if you do your face multiple times, like you do it the first time, then you do it again, it gets better over time. So maybe that's where the iPhone 12 just does better just off the start compared to redoing it. But I'm not 100% sure if that's right. I just heard people say that if you got rid of your face and redid it on the iPhone 11, it would better recognize you and be quicker. But on the 12, it's like almost seamless. It's pretty good, at least in my experiences so far with using the phone. Let's see. Speaker's a little bit louder, not by a lot, but you can tell compared to the iPhone 11. Let's see. The screen refresh is still the same. That hasn't changed. It is 120 hertz, which I thought would be pretty nice, because having an iPad Pro that can do 120 hertz is actually pretty nice. It's pretty smooth. You don't have to wait for it to like stop once it gets to the next page. It's seamless once it gets there. Neither one of these phones have it. Battery life will be a little bit better on the 12. Obviously, it has better specs and stuff on it, so it should be better. Let's see here. Other than that, nothing off the top of my head I can think of that's different. The camera has changed. Now, when it comes to the camera, you have a bigger hump. Like, these circles are definitely a lot bigger, if you guys can tell there, compared to the iPhone 11. Like, it is a dramatic hump now. Like, you could probably take two of these lenses and stack them on top of each other, and that's what you get just in one. So multiply that by two more, and that's basically the hump. So if you're not a person that likes to have that hump on the back side, like you don't like to use your phone with a case, you're gonna have the teeter-totter with your phone compared to the iPhone 11, which it had it a little bit, but the iPhone 12 will have it no matter what. Unless you have a case on, then it'll be seamlessly flat. So for you people that are out there that don't like cases and like to set your phone down, you're gonna wiggle back and forth just because of that camera bump. There's still wireless charging. Obviously with the 12, you'll have better wireless charging. Now they have a puck for it. You can buy a case that will line up for that puck to basically fit perfect every single time. You don't have to worry about it at night if you put it on the charger correctly, or maybe if a wireless charger where you have to be perfect and you can't have wiggle room. Now I'd recommend going out and getting a wireless charger that has that wiggle room, because when you're late at night, or you think you put it on the charger, or maybe you nudge it at night every now and again and your phone doesn't charge and you wake up to a dead phone, and now you're late for wherever you're supposed to be. So just to let you know, that puck is an awesome thing. I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm hoping I get a chance to see how well it really works. If I get it, I'll definitely do a video on it, but we'll see. Then it will work with multiple different cases. I do have a case for my phone. I just got this plain black case that has a little bit of texture to it. It's not a bad case. It was pretty cheap. I wasn't looking for something expensive. I just wanted something that's kind of firm, but is also very thin. I don't like thick cases. I just feel like it just gets real bulky in your hand. Other than that, I don't think there's really much that I can say else that's different. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Hopefully other people in the comments can answer them too. But thanks for watching, guys. Peace.